people, say the three things about people, processes, and tools that are biggest obstacles. I found that once you get that solved, it's like once you tie your shoes, now what, right? For me in growing this business and really developing something has been about consistency and removing life's obstacles. You can create a tool, you can use a process, you can get people on it, but if you're not consistent, and I mean as you as an individual and what your company stands for, if you're not consistent, then that's where you're going to find a lot of problems, both in your personal life and your business life, whether it's bad relationships, toxic situations, responsibilities that you shouldn't really have on your plate. It's really being honest and being consistent and doing it day in and day out. When COVID hit, half of my business vanished. All of my video production, nobody wants you to show up with a camera and a smile. They just want you to stay away. And all of our projects canceled, and they've come back, but it was a big hit. But you have to stay consistent, and that's what I think is the number one thing. You can pay someone to get your team, find your people, create your tools, but if you're not consistent, once they give you the reins, you're bound to fail. Find what works for you. Find rituals and processes that are personal to you, whether how you wake up in the morning, what gets you motivated, what gets you moving forward. When you have a bad moment, what do you do to refocus yourself, get yourself in the now? I think personal rituals are one of the unsung heroes of personal success. Whether you have a coach, a mentor, or whatnot, they're always going to pound on you. What are you doing when you fall off the horse? And I think it's very important that we have those, from waking up to having a situation midday to celebrating your victories to going to bed at night. What steps and processes are you doing for yourself that keep you in the game, that keep you focused? I always look at athletes and their processes. You always see them listening to music before the game. You always see them training and getting warmed up. They're following a specific process that once it's game time and once that bell rings, they're ready, they're focused, they're in there now, and they're executing.